Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City Council meeting and public hearing of March 24th, 2025 for the City of Alpharetta, Georgia. I'll note for the record that all members of council are present and accounted for except for Councilman Ipes and Councilman Dorito. I'll also just let you know that all agenda items under the public hearing section of the agenda that was originally published has been deferred by the applicant or by the city staff. This means these items are shown on the agenda since they were legally advertised to be heard during this meeting. And that includes MP-25-01, CU-25-05, Fulton Science Academy, Cousins Westside MP Pod R, MP-25-04, CLUP-25-02, Z-25-03/V-25-03, Empire Communities Life Hope MP, and PH-25-03 Unified Development Code Text Amendments, Zoning Districts, and Permitted Use Districts and Regulations. None of them will be heard or decided this evening. So we'll move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. We always start our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you're willing and able, please stand and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And this evening, we have the honor of swearing in a new Code Enforcement Board nomination, and that will be the first item we'll go to. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not have any on this item, Mr. Mayor, and this one would be a nomination that would require a vote and motion by council as well. This nomination for a new Code Enforcement Board member was at the request of Councilmember Doug Dorito, and this one would need a motion and vote by council prior to his swearing in.
Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that.
Mr. Mayor, I'd make a motion tonight to approve Jeff Stallard to the Code Enforcement Board, nominated by Councilman Doug Dorito.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, second by Councilman Will. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes. Otherwise, vote accordingly. And it does pass unanimously. Congratulations, Mr. Stoller. And since we have a new member, I'm going to be doing a new swearing in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I believe you said you've already served on a board and commission for the city of Alpharetta before.
Design Review Board for several years.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes, Kathy and I were catching up.
I was going to say, you had to spend a lot of time with
We
Kathy
did,
and her
we
team.
did.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate your past service. Welcome you aboard again and appreciate your commitment to our community.
I look forward to more. I've been a citizen of Alpharetta for many years, so I've seen the city change quite a bit, so I'm glad to be part of it.
Awesome. We're glad to have you back. So, you have a copy there. I
Jeff Stollard,
hereby accept the honor of serving as a board member of the Code Enforcement Board of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due to the state.
No, I needed you to repeat after me.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
I
okay.
did what you want me to do.
No, I'm sorry.
I just
so I'm
hereby
going to read and then
Okay.
you just. It's easier if you have a copy. My apologies. It's
No,
been a while
no,
since you've done this.
Yeah. It's not something you do every day.
No, hopefully not. So if you'll finish that first paragraph.
I, Jeff Stollard, hereby accept the honor of serving as a board member of the Code Enforcement Board of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia.
I do solemnly swear and affirm that.
I am not the holder of any.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Repeat after me, please.
I'm sorry. I do solemnly swear or affirm that
I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due to this state or any political subdivision or authority thereof.
I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due to this state or any political subdivision or authority thereof.
I am qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
I am qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
I shall support the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
I shall support the Constitution and laws of the state of Georgia and the Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
Further, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I shall
Further, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I shall
faithfully perform the duties of a Code Enforcement Board member,
faithfully perform the duties of a Code Enforcement Board member,
regularly attend meetings,
regularly attend meetings,
uphold the ideals of community and service,
uphold the ideals of community and service,
act and conduct business in accordance with the city's Code of Ethics and Conduct,
act and conduct business in accordance with the city's Code of Ethics and Conduct,
support the charter and laws of the city of Alpharetta.
support the charter and laws of the city of Alpharetta.
So sworn this 24th day of March, 2025.
So sworn this 24th day of March, 2025.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Sorry for stumbling through that.
It's okay. I should have given you a little clearer directions.
Let me sign this one.
I'll sign it.
Thank you again, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Council.
See you around soon. So the next item up on our agenda is the consent agenda. Consent agenda has two items, and that is the city council meeting minutes from the meeting of March 3rd, 2025, and the financial management report for the month ending January 31st, 2025. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards on this item?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Is there anyone who would like to remove anything from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I need a motion, if anyone would like to make a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Will, a second by Councilman Mitchell for the consent agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. So we'll move on to the new business portion of today's meeting. Under new business, first item is the fiscal year 2025 HVAC replacements. Director Sisevich, it's getting warm. We'll need air conditioners.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you know, it is the FY25 HVAC replacements. This could take place at the Alpharetta Community Center. The amount of $65,816. It will replace two 20-ton units. We did some shadow pricing, and our on-call vendor was still the least expensive.
Have any questions for Mr. Sisevich? Councilman Will?
Pete, how old are those units?
They're over 20 years old,
And what's the standard lifespan of those?
15 to 20.
So they're on track.
Yeah, one's 29, to be
Okay,
exact.
all right, thank you.
Any other questions for Director Sisevich? Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
Not for this item, Mr. Mayor.
However, if anyone would like to come forward and speak on this item, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve funding in the amount not to exceed $65,816 to A Comfort for fiscal year 25 HVAC unit replacements and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Will, second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion to approve as outlined by the motion by Councilman Will, please vote yes. And it is unanimous. Passes. Pete, I believe we have another one for you. It's the purchase approval of Old Milton Parkway widening wetland and stream mitigation.
Yes, Mayor and Council, part of the Old Milton Parkway widening project is replacing the bridge over Big Creek. Since we're impacting the banks of the slope of Big Creek, we have to buy credits. And we do this at the very end of the project of the design phase, right at the tail end of the right-of-way acquisition phase. And we get these credits, purchase them. We knew we were going to have to do them. They were budgeted into the overall project. We're basically solidifying and reserving these credits so that GDOT then can let the project next fiscal year for the construction of the project. So since we are impacting 181 linear feet, we have to purchase 135.75 credits, and that comes out to an amount of $407,250. They're in a bank, and it's a straight fee, transactional fee. So,
Any questions for Councilman Will?
Pete, can you explain what the credits mean?
so instead of the U.S. Army Corps saying, no, you can't build your project, they basically have you put dollars into a bank so that it can improve wetlands and mitigation areas in other parts of the state.
And then what do they do with those fees that they collect?
That's what pays for the improvements to the wetlands.
Okay,
other parts.
thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Sisevich? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, any public comment cards?
We have none, Mr. Mayor.
However, now's your chance to come forward if you'd like to speak on this item. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the purchase of wetland and stream mitigation credits in association with the Old Milton Parkway widening project for an amount not to exceed $407,250 and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
I have a motion by Councilman Will, second by Councilman Mitchell. Any discussion, gentlemen? All those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you, Pete. Next item up is the request for proposal 25-110 firefighter turnout gear. Director Robinson, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Asking consideration for approval of award contract RFP 25-110 to MES Safety Co. LLC for firefighter turnout gear with the authorization of the mayor, of course, to execute all necessary documents. Just FYI, we've been using the same company for years, and this is a new company, or different company, new to us. Same turnout gear equipment we've been using, but they came in a little bit better price. So we are going to do a one-year contract to see how it goes with them. So same equipment, better price, and that's why we're doing the 1 year, kind of as a test run to see how it goes with them.
Thank you, sir. Any questions? Councilman Will.
Chief, I remember we had this discussion earlier, and I can't remember when we had it, and there was some issue with the price going up significantly on this turnout gear. Are you telling me that this is a better price than we originally thought it was going to be?
Yes, this is, again, and I don't remember how many years we've been using the same vendor for years, but when we went through the process, this came in a little less than what we've been paying before, so that's why we went with them. They became the #1 option.
Okay, good job, thank you.
Any other questions? Councilman Mitchell.
You were concerned about only going 1 year. Is that because you're concerned about the equipment going faulty or the gear?
No, it's not about the equipment, it's about the vendor. We've not used the vendor before. It's the same turnout gear, the actual gear we've been using for years. It's just a different vendor, And we were comfortable before with the customer service of the previous vendor, but again, this came in at a better price point, and that's why we decided to execute on a year, just to give them an opportunity to see how it goes and make sure the service is what it needs to be for us.
Super. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, any public comment cards?
We do not have any, Mr. Mayor.
However, if you'd like to come forward and speak on this item, now's your chance. Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the award of RFP 25-110 to MES Safety Company LLC, a one-year contract for firefighter turnout gear, and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Will, a second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor of the item, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. Next item up is the resolution for the adoption of the North Point Development Framework Plan. Ms. Eswine, would you mind reading the resolution aloud?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A resolution by the Mayor and Council of the City of Alpharetta, Georgia, to adopt the North Point Development Framework Plan.
Thank you very much. Director Cook, I believe you have the item on this.
Mayor and Council, this is consideration of adopting the resolution, and this item was actually presented at the March 3rd City Council meeting, and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have, but there hasn't been any changes since that presentation.
Thank you, Director. Do we have any questions for Director Cook? Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Shapiro, do we have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
However, if you'd like to come forward and speak about this plan, now is your chance to do so. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council on this item?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I offer a motion tonight to approve the resolution, the adoption of the North Point Development Framework Plan that was presented on March 3rd and voted on this evening.
Have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Merkel, second by Councilman Mitchell. Any discussion? Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah, just real quick, just so there's no confusion in a little bit. It is a framework plan. So it's an idea of how the area can best be used. It's a map for investors or developers that would want to consider something over there. This is kind of vetted it ahead of time. Our different areas, whether it's downtown or Brookside, North Point area, similar. We've been successful because we've laid out a path for others to look at and follow. There's no guarantee. This is not in stone. It could change on Friday. But this is certainly a guideline that this city, that can be used, and this city has done for many years, which is why it really has become the city it is. So I'm pretty proud of what they put together here, and that's why I certainly support it tonight.
Any other comments? Well, I'll just agree with Mayor Pro Tem and state that I appreciate all the time and effort that's gone into this, Director Cook and community development staff. It's been well thought out, and one of the reasons Alpharetta has been successful in these types of redevelopment projects is because we've been able to lay out a vision of what the people in Alpharetta would like to see, and then it gives private investors, development companies an opportunity to come in and see what we would like to do and what would actually be feasible for them. And so I appreciate the efforts and look forward to making progress. That being said, all those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes. And it is unanimous. So that will wrap up the new business portion of tonight's meeting. Do we have any public comment cards?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have two public comment cards. The first one that I have is for Daniel Porzio. If you'd like to go ahead and come forward. If you haven't spoke during the public comment section of the meeting, we generally try to limit comments to 3 minutes, and then please address all of your comments to mayor and council. And if you would just restate your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Daniel Porzio, 435 Summerfield Drive, Alpharetta. A few of you were here the last time that I lived here, which was 2019, and my youngest son was having his first grandson, so my wife and I came to Alpharetta to help my son and my daughter-in-law. And then we left and went back to Texas. And shortly after getting back to Texas, my wife developed a degenerative nerve condition, which eventually led to her death a few months ago. So, being single, I could go anywhere, do anything that I wanted to do. But by now, my son Brian has 4 boys, 6, 4, 2, and a newborn. So I thought, well, it'll keep me young if I go back to Alpharetta, help them with the boys, participate as much as I can, and hopefully live to be 95, which my cardiologist says if I stick to what he says to do, I will make it. So I plan on being around here for a long, long time. My wife and I enjoyed our brief stay here. We were here for less than a year. And I think, Mr. Mayor, you had just recently been elected in 2019? Am I correct?
2018.
2018? And Mr. Merkel was here, I believe. Councilmember Merkel was here. And
Councilman Mitchell was here.
Yep. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get back into it. So I like to be involved, and I'll be at most of the meetings. My time is my own, and I look forward to making Alpharetta even better than it is. I can't believe how it's changed. How much time have I got, Deanna? Oh, 1 more minute? I have lived in New Jersey, New York, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and 25 years in Arizona. And I have always been watching, shall we say, city councils and local governments work. And you all got it all over, all of them. Every single place we've lived, I've been involved, and you all just have that care, compassion, willingness to work, willingness to look long-term. Most of the governments that I was observing, they're so short-sighted, and that hurts everybody in the long run. So I look forward to hearing more and seeing Alpharetta just continue to be a jewel. So thank you very much. I'm glad I'm back.
Well, we can give him 2 more minutes.
Well, gosh, Deanna, I could go on for 45 minutes now. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir, and welcome back. And you said there were 2?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Our next speaker is Adi Shah, if you'd like to come forward. And just as a reminder, just please state your name and address for the record, please.
Okay. Hi, my name is Adi. My address is Collingwood Lane, Alpharetta. And so I'm here today. Can I start my comment? Yeah. I'm here today on behalf of Student Leadership North Green Team from Innovation Academy. And we're here today to address our concerns with plastic, environmental concerns with plastic consumption. So Alpharetta, like many cities, faces significant challenges related to plastic waste, which pollutes our waterways, endangers life, and diminishes our city's natural beauty. So as a team dedicated to environmental advocacy, we witnessed firsthand the detrimental effects of plastic pollution during our interactive educational campaign with Finley Oaks Elementary School, where we collected over 1,000 bottle caps to create a mural of a turtle representing the impact of plastic on marine life. And currently the status quo lacks a cohesive framework for addressing plastic waste at the local business level. So while some businesses have adopted sustainable practices, there's no uniform incentive structure to encourage widespread adoption. Our proposal seeks to address this gap by implementing a green business certification program, which would provide clear guidance and rewards for reducing plastic use and adopting environmentally friendly practices. The Green Business Certification Program is a 3-tiered system that rewards businesses for reducing plastic waste and implementing sustainable operations. It's important to note that the statistics I'm about to list are subject to change because we don't have access to the nuanced statistics, so we won't go like too deep into the semantics of each fee reduction, like the percentages and things like that, just based off of the fact that we don't have access to the amount of funds that we can allocate towards this like proposal. So for the bronze tier, businesses must reduce single-use plastics by 50%, install recycling stations, and source sustainable products. Incentives include a 10% business license fee reduction and a green partner window decal, which according to Alpharetta demographics, a lot of the city's population cares about businesses that support environmental causes, so that would actually be a big benefit economically for businesses who participate in this. And there's silver and gold tiers. I'm not sure how much time do I have? About a minute? Okay. So this level requires a 60% reduction in single-use plastics, annual waste audits, and staff sustainability training, and businesses would receive a 15% fee reduction and priority permit processing for outdoor expansions. And then to achieve gold status, businesses must eliminate 60% of plastic use, which we don't know necessarily like if that would be very feasible, so that's subject to change as well, but implements on-site composting, and gold certified businesses would receive ideally a $2,500 tax rebate, which we looked at the statistics, and that would be ideal for motivating them to do it, just based off of how other cities have done it as well. And then prominent listing in the Alpharetta Green Business Directory. By adopting this policy, Alpharetta will lead the way in promoting sustainable business practices and community engagement, and we urge the council to support this initiative to make our city cleaner and greener for future generations. And we look forward to working with the staff to develop our policy. We've already had a meeting with the staff, and we look forward to future meetings. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Is
Those
that
are-
all the public comment cards we have?
Yes, sir.
However, if there's anyone who would like to come forward and speak, now is your opportunity. We'll close public comment. I do believe we have an executive session requested this evening. So I'll have to call for a motion to recess into executive session.
Topic tonight is cybersecurity.
Pardon?
Reports?
We can do reports if you'd like to do reports at this point. Yeah, that's fine. We're here. Any reports? Councilman Will.
I do want to make a report for anybody that is interested that we are having a promotional ceremony here in the courthouse tomorrow. We have 9 police officers and 911 personnel that are getting promoted. So we do these occasionally, and it will be here in the morning at 11:30. Anybody like to show up? So there you go.
Thank you. Any other reports? So now, if we have anyone that would like to make a motion to recess into executive session.
I'll make a motion to recess into executive session.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Mitchell and a second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion to recess into executive session, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. So we'll be back in a little while.
You want a picture with the mayor? Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Social media, we also have the newsletter, so if you want to sign up for the newsletter, just send an email.
Oh, I do.
That's on the
Can I
website.
do it? I can
Of
do it.
course. It will be,
No, laptop.
when you do go to the website, you will find it's welcome to Alpharetta, this was here just for you, by the way. You gotta sign up for a weekly newsletter. Yeah.
Yep.
Easy. We won't bombard you, I'm the one who sends the emails, so if you don't like what's in there, just tell me.
I know you're here. So.
I know.
I my wife was she was not into technology. She was a nurse for 35 years. And when they started bringing in all the fancy gas gadgets, you have to have your iPad and all that stuff, she said, no, I'm not doing that.
But you know, you gotta have, like, the right, you have to have those skills and know how to do it. It's nice to have, but we lose, like, my generation, we lose that.
Yeah. I mean, she was very compassionate and all the patients loved her. So she was kind of like a roving ambassador. She worked at the ER. Did
Saw a
all
lot
of
of
it.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's nice, and then you have somebody to clean up with. Have a
She would
splinter.
stitch me up. on
I'm sure
occasion.
you had to.
But we taught our kids when we were growing up. Like, a few times I brought them to the city council meeting. Wow.
That's so important though, it's like, hey, decisions made here affect our, it affects us on top, but it also affects us on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Good to be
Quality
aware.
of life is not a throwaway word. It's
Right.
important to people.
Very much so.
I've been in some places where I couldn't wait to leave. You know, I did some government consulting work. So when we moved to Virginia, I was here for 2 years. Left. Hated Washington. I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Different beast.
it was a monster.
I didn't know when we introduced my living in New York, it's first time in New York. My mom's from New York. My dad from New York. I didn't want to call you out, but I was like, I know he's from up north. Never spent time there.
I was born in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Oh, okay. Mr. Dr. Rigo counts in this for you.
Yeah, when I s-
You'll hear it come out when he was absent today. But when you come to another council meeting, you'll hear it.
Yeah, when I saw his name, I thought, I wonder if he's Italian.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, good.
Of course.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll
the
get
Rigo,
along
yeah.
famously then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll go home.
All right. Let's go sunny out. Oh, it's not dark yet, so.
Yeah.
Um,
Help get the boys to bed.
it won't be long before someone's probably trying to recruit you for work. So
That's
be
fine.
prepared.
I'm more than happy to submit a resume or have a chat. I've served on a bunch of
I'm
places.
sure you have.
Transportation, finance.
What do you most like? What piques your interest?
Well, my career, my background was construction engineering, consulting. I guess you could say I'm an environmentalist. I've written papers, done seminars for conservation and water management and solar and all that kind of stuff. So
Sustainability.
thousands of miles.
So that's good. We can, wherever
So-
you're interested, you know, we'll
Yeah.
definitely open some doors.
A lot of things not that difficult. If it piques your interest, if you're willing to
Takes a little
learn
time.
and listen,
Yes.
then you'll be a valuable member of the board.
Oh, yeah.
It's been fun. I've always been involved ever since. Gosh. Well, when I started my company, I learned real quick because we had to get permits to build some of our buildings, and people would come to the meetings and they'd be screaming, and not at me, but
Right.
you know, the council. Well, we're doing this project, and I'll be here.
Well, we're glad you're back. There's a lot of fun things coming up. Farmers market starts in April.
I remember that.
Yeah, the farmers market's like, it's incredible. So many people and dogs. So if you don't like crowds, no, but if you don't mind, it's really nice to see.
I don't mind crowds.
We got the music concert series, free music however you want. Just go on the website, go to the special events, you see all the stuff.
Yeah, we did that too when we were here.
Yep, that's always fun.
What was the event? It was the symphony, maybe?
Yeah, we have the opera symphony.
Yep, that's what we saw.
And Hope by Dark, which is like the kind of songwriter, up and coming artist, like they'll just perform. We have to stop for that. That's gonna be a good one. It's free, just you buy your food ticket. You get a taster of town. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like Costco on steroids.
Exactly, basically. Yeah, yeah. With maybe a little more alcohol involved.
Yeah. I do get to imbibe. Yeah, I've had cancer 6 times.
6 times?
And I had major, major heart attack in 2015.
Wow.
And one cardiologist, he was this little guy, he's like 5'4", Raj Bose, little Indian guy, expert mechanic, because really that's what it is.
Yep.
And I had the operation Halloween of 2015. And just a few months later, in March of 2016, he said, "You're fired. I don't need to see you anymore."
So you done?
So he assigned me to this other cardiologist, and he handled my meds, all kind of stuff. So it was, I gained a bunch of weight when my wife was slowly going downhill. I compensated by eating more than I should. But since I've been here, I've lost 16 pounds.
And if you keep it up, there's all these trails and things. I mean,
Yeah, somebody was telling
there's
me
the
that.
Greenway, and now there's the new Alpharetta. It's called the Alpharetta, so it's behind, you can get to it by, like, Brook Street Park.
Yeah.
And it connects you, it's a nice, quiet trail. I mean, people, kids walking and moving off, it's just nice. It's nice to when get on, but.
I'm gonna do that because I have a recommended distance that I'm
Yes.
gonna get next week from
Yep.
my new cardiologist based on my weight and my diet. And she's gonna give me, this is how far you need to go or how many steps.
Yep. And,
And I like being outside.
yeah, it's fun, and we do have, not that, we have an adult activity center where they always do a lot of fun things and more time too, so that's something, but that's more English. You see more adventures, you don't see.
Now, I had somebody in church last week said, we have people here that are in their 70s. You know what they do? Pickleball.
Yeah, there's a lot of pickle.
And I used to play tennis.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's like a version of tennis and ping pong. If the two just
Smaller.
Yeah, but it can be
Slower.
rigorous, yes.
TV.
Honestly, just the adult activities center, I'm 655 now. I mean, you go like water rafting, they go on field trips, I'm like, I'm gonna go. So it's
Really?
not all like just checkers and bingo, so.
I'll check it out because
Yeah, look into it.
I like going on
They'll
adventures.
go to the Braves games, like there's a whole fun bus, yeah.
We just did one of the first events I participated in out of our church. Busload of people, a van load of older people. What do they call them? Prime time seniors. We went down to Trillet
Yeah.
Studios.
Isn't that cool?
I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Yep. Where all the movies, Marvel, everything.
I was totally blown away.
Yeah, and the way that people live in that community, that little like.
Yeah,
cookie
yeah.
cutter, you're like, where am I right now?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
being in somewhere, some other place,
Yep.
some other country.
That's true. Kathy's son, Chick, the owner of
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, that's, yeah, his son that built that town, that area for what it is. I mean, it's amazing.
I
Yeah, a
saw-
lot has changed.
I saw a house that I wanted it there, because my son, Brian, he's an actor,
Okay, cool.
and he's been down there a couple of times to shoot. And, oh my goodness, what, this place is incredible. And then I find out that this house that was in the village there.
Yep, the
was
little
a
village.
small house.
They're small houses.
So I asked the tour guide, I said, how much is that house? I'm thinking $300,000-400,000. 1.5
Yeah,
million.
not even. They're beautiful, but yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can afford a house now. Yeah, no,
No.
not there.
No. No, but it was fascinating. I was really glad I did that.
Good,
I
I'm
really
glad.
liked it, you know. And I thought, you paid $28 for the tour ticket.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, boy, this better be good for $28. Because
Yeah.
we couldn't, they said, they're not, you can't go in any of the buildings except for one.
Did you go in the big, where they put the helicopter pad? You went there?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
We went,
was
last year.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like, it was really good.
I was glad I went. It's huge. And my son, he lived for seven years in Los Angeles. And he worked on Tom Cruise movies, Dan Aykroyd, I mean, all kinds of different things. And he got his VIP passes on the Universal.
Oh, the backstage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nothing compared to what's down there in Vancouver.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even know, like, if you didn't know anybody, you'd be like, what is Trump, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to explain it to somebody, and I said, well, you know what a monolith is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, a trillion is like the Stonehenge.
Yes.
Where they have the two big pillars, and then they got the big platform, that's a trillion.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day. All right, lady, I'm going home.
All right, good
Thank you very
luck.
much for your service.
Thank you. I'll see you
How long
next
have you
Monday.
been?
I've been here, City of Alpharetta for 2.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Still a newbie, but they treat me well.
The lady that was sitting here that's over.
Yes, that is Kathy Cook. She's our community development director.
Was she here in 2019?
Yeah, she's been here a long time.
She looked familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard her.
Yeah. You'll see some familiar faces around, I'm sure. There's still a lot of people.
Well, it's good. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, we try.
One thing, there's one thing.
What's that?
You gotta pick your battles with traffic.
I knew you were gonna say that, and you're right. I'm sorry. I wish there was something.
I mean, I'm kind of used to it. I mean, living in New Jersey and then living in New York, and when we lived in Arizona, there were certain times where you did not go to shop.
No.
You did not go to get McDonald's or anything like that.
Waited,
You
yeah.
waited.
At least we have free parking there, even though that can get overcrowded sometimes, but like going to Atlanta, you have to get parking.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we still, yeah, we do have traffic problems, I will say, but,
Well, I like the train.
yeah,
When we
Mark.
lived here, my wife and I took the train maybe a half a dozen times.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the Coca-Cola thing.
Didn't get to the airport, one stop shop.
We went to the airport one time, or no, in fact, 2019 was my 50th high school reunion, and my wife didn't want to go, because I went to Noel Boys High School.
Oh, yeah.
So she said, no, you go, you
Yeah.
go. And I took the train down to the airport, my business, flew back.
Right, yeah.
They picked me up at the, what was it, Spring Valley, where the train ends?
Yeah, something.
Spring something or
Yeah.
other. It was fun. I was really surprised.
It's efficient, it's good. It's pretty consistent.
And it didn't take that long.
It doesn't, and then you can just sightsee and relax and.
Oh, yeah.
And not, and look at all the other people in traffic.
Oh,
That's the best part.
certain parts of the train ride, you're going right along
Oh,
the
I know.
highway, and they're just,
That's your bottleneck.
they're just sitting there. All right, Dan,
I'll
see
see you.
you.
Take care, Dan.
Yeah. Have we ever
Do we have a motion to reconvene?
Motion to reconvene.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Will, second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor of reconvening, please vote yes. And we have reconvened. So the next item up will be the purchase approval for managed security agreement. Mr. Montgomery, you have the floor.
Mayor and council, just as we discussed, we are requesting and recommending the approval of a managed security contract for $88,917.43 with Verinext. Be happy to answer any questions you have.
Have any questions for Director Montgomery? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Shapiro, any public comment cards?
Not for this item, Mr. Mayor.
Since we have no public, I'll close public comment. Do I have a motion from council?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the managed security agreement through Verinex in an amount not to exceed $88,917.43 and ask the mayor and staff to approve all necessary documents.
Have a motion by Councilman Mitchell and a second by Councilman Will. Any discussion?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank Adam and his staff. I know you've been carrying the extra weight, and the other staff members have as well with changes that have occurred. And you've done a great job researching this and getting all your numbers together. And I think it's a good move for the city. So thanks a lot for all you do.
That being said, all those in favor of the motion to approve, please vote yes. And it does pass unanimously. So all we need now is a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion by Councilman Will, second by Councilman Brady. Any discussion? All those in favor of adjourning, please vote yes. And it is unanimous. We are recessed.
You guys on that end, you got to sign some stuff on your way out.